Have you ever felt drained, lost in relationships with narcissists? Do you long to find the strength to break free from that toxic cycle, to protect yourself and live a peaceful life? Today, we're going to explore a new path together, a surprising approach to dealing with narcissists, the lens of Stoicism. You might wonder, what does an ancient philosophy like Stoicism have to do with the problems of the modern world? The answer will surprise you. Unlike previous videos, this time I won't focus on exposing narcissists. Instead, I want you to turn inward and discover the hidden strengths within yourself. This isn't about confrontation or revenge strategies. Stoicism will awaken your inner power, helping you set boundaries, nurture self-respect, and foster personal growth. By the end of this video, you'll clearly understand how Stoicism can completely transform the dynamics of your relationship with narcissists. You'll learn how to make them regret underestimating you. Join me on this journey to discover the power of Stoicism, to heal and empower yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends to spread this meaningful message. Step 1. Stop seeking validation from them. The first and most crucial step is to accept a harsh truth. Narcissists will never change. They are fundamentally different from us, as if coming from another world where empathy and understanding are foreign concepts. Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "The only things we can control are our thoughts and actions." Instead of expecting a narcissist to change, you need to redirect that focus inward, toward the one thing you truly have control over, yourself. If you're still holding on to hope that one day they'll regret their actions or understand the pain they've caused, gently let go of that illusion. Every effort to make them feel guilty or remorseful is futile, like pouring water into a bottomless vessel. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, do not expect people to change. Instead, adapt yourself to the reality. Acceptance is not weakness. It is strength, as it allows you to move forward and embrace a future free from toxic control. I truly understand you. When we're hurt, we crave understanding and connection, but seeking emotional validation or recognition from a narcissist is like trying to teach a fish to climb a tree. It will never happen. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, wisely advised, "You will suffer less if you stop expecting the impossible from others. Accept that not everyone is capable of empathy, and that is not your fault." It's time to stop banging your head against the wall. Stop hoping for a change that won't come. Use that energy to care for yourself, to heal, and to move forward. Instead of letting pain control you, change the way you perceive it. See it as an opportunity to grow stronger and more independent. Change your perspective. Accept that they will never feel sorry for you. They care only about themselves, their wants and their needs. When they don't get what they want, they lash out. That is their nature, and you cannot change it. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, if someone wrongs you, remind yourself, they are acting in accordance with their beliefs. Let them bear the responsibility for their actions. So, what should you do? The answer is simple. Stop playing their game. Stay silent, stop seeking validation, and detach yourself from the toxic cycle. Don't waste your energy on pointless arguments, as narcissists argue not to resolve but to feed their insatiable egos and drag you further into their web of manipulation. Only when you learn to let go will you truly find freedom, the freedom to live the life you deserve, unshackled by unhealthy relationships and toxic individuals. Happiness does not lie in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. Marcus Aurelius. Step 2. Practice emotional detachment. Narcissists rely on the attention of others as the sole fuel for maintaining their fragile and unstable egos. They fear abandonment, being forgotten, and losing control over others. That's why they often try to pull you into endless arguments and dramatic conflicts. This is why you should practice emotional detachment. The most effective response is to ignore them. Ignoring them is like delivering a blow to their fragile ego, making them feel more insecure than ever. Epictetus advised, "No one can harm you unless you allow it. When you stop providing attention, you gradually cut off the negative energy they use to disrupt and manipulate your life. Whether they are a parent, partner, colleague, friend, or even a child, understand that narcissists rarely change, and if they do, it's a long journey you don't need to waste your life waiting for." Narcissists are masters at wearing masks and performing to gain pity, control, and exploitation. Seneca once said, "The wise do not trust appearances, but always look to the essence." Their manipulative behaviors, playing the victim, blaming and criticizing, are designed to make you doubt yourself. The truth is, they will always adapt to maintain control and perpetuate their cycle of manipulation. Thus, the only way to escape their influence is to cut ties completely. You might wonder why you can't reason with them or debate your way out, but the truth is that every attempt only pulls you deeper into their trap. They crave attention so much that any reaction from you, anger or explanation, becomes fuel for their manipulation. It proves they control you and exploit your vulnerabilities. If you cannot cut off contact, act like a machine in their presence. Freeze your emotions. Freezing doesn't mean being heartless or rude. It is a protective layer shielding you from their invasions and manipulations. As Epictetus taught, we cannot control others, but we can control our reactions. Mastering your emotions means not allowing them to be exploited or manipulated. Think of your emotions as a precious asset. Would you give them to a fraudster to be exploited? Certainly not. So why waste your emotions on a narcissist, someone who only drains and exploits them to satisfy their hollow ego? When you withdraw emotionally, refusing to be drawn into their psychological manipulation, you reclaim control over your life. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Silence can be the strongest answer." When you stop reacting, you cut off the narcissist's energy supply, stripping them of the tools they once used to control you. Without your reactions, they become powerless and ineffective. This is your ultimate defense, not through confrontation or revenge, but by safeguarding your inner peace and reclaiming your autonomy. Epictetus wisely advised, "Peace comes from freeing yourself from things beyond your control." You have the right to choose when and with whom you share your emotions, a choice that is wise, powerful, and liberating in the fight against narcissistic manipulation. Sometimes, the best way to deal with a narcissist is to do nothing. Silence, non-reaction, and denying them access to your emotions are the most effective strategies. Step 3. Awaken your inner strength. In the narcissistic play, we often get cast in the role of the victim, trapping ourselves in feelings of helplessness and blaming the narcissist for making us this way. However, Stoic philosophy reminds us of a profound truth. We always have a choice. It is we who accept this role and hand over control of our lives. As Epictetus said, "No one can harm you unless you allow it." Now you have the power to refuse to continue playing that role. I have witnessed many people stuck in this play, isolated from family and friends, allowing the narcissist to become their entire world. Amid the chaos of manipulation, they sense something is wrong but feel powerless to change it. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "Look not for solace from external things, for all the power you need lies within you." It is your inner strength that holds the key to breaking this cycle. Stoicism teaches that the voids within and the unhealed wounds create fertile ground for manipulation to thrive. But instead of blaming yourself, be grateful for your awareness of the truth. This is the starting point of a journey to understanding and equipping yourself with knowledge. As Seneca said, "There is no shame in falling. The important thing is to rise stronger." Remember, you have the strength to rewrite your own script. You can learn to recognize and neutralize manipulation tactics, set clear boundaries, and escape toxic relationships. You deserve a life filled with healthy love, self-respect, and happiness. No one can take away your right to live freely, unless you permit it. Always keep the teachings of Stoicism in mind. Focus on what you can control, accept what you cannot change, and live with reason and virtue. As Marcus Aurelius said, true peace is found when your mind is no longer troubled by things beyond your control. When you apply these principles, you not only break free from the narcissistic play, but also build a life worth living, where freedom and happiness are fully in your hands. This is the greatest victory you can achieve for yourself. Step 4. Establish boundaries. Imagine being trapped in a game where the rules constantly change, where you are continuously manipulated and pushed to the brink of exhaustion. That's what it feels like to be involved with a narcissist. They constantly seek to control, overstep boundaries, and make you doubt yourself. Epictetus once said, "The only person who can control you is yourself if you allow it." So stop giving them that power. You have a secret weapon, setting boundaries. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, we cannot control the actions of others, but we can control how we respond to them. Draw clear lines and steadfastly defend them. Do not let the narcissist continue to invade your personal space, emotions, or self-esteem. The boundaries you set not only protect you, but also affirm your value and dignity. A common misconception is that setting boundaries involves confronting the narcissist directly and demanding they stop inappropriate behavior, such as saying, "Don't treat me that way," or "You've gone too far." In reality, direct confrontation often serves to maintain their control over you. To them, every reaction you give is proof that you're still playing their power game. Every response a sign of life, proving they still have control. This approach not only fails, but further entraps you and makes you more vulnerable. Healthy boundaries are not walls built from words, but an unbreachable kingdom within yourself. These boundaries are constructed from your core values, unwavering beliefs, and unshakable self-respect. They are not rules imposed on others, but principles you set for yourself to protect your inner peace and preserve what is important to you. When you live authentically, making choices about what you will and will not accept, you automatically establish boundaries without saying a word. You become like a sturdy oak tree, deeply rooted in the earth, unyielding to any storm. To a narcissist, stating boundaries can come across as a challenge or provocation. They may view your words as an opportunity to test how far they can push you or how quickly they can make you lose composure. Like mischievous children, the more you say "don't," the more curious they are to break the rules. Instead of trying to teach the narcissist with empty words, use actions to show them where the line is. Firmly reject unreasonable demands or behaviors that violate your well-being. Your steadfastness, like a wall of steel, will make them pause. Narcissists won't respect your boundaries, not because they hate you, but because they lack emotional maturity. They cannot control themselves, constantly testing limits and breaking rules. They are like children who refuse to grow up, consumed by selfish desires. At first, they may react strongly. They might be shocked or even angry that you dare to oppose them. Seneca once said, "A strong mind is not swayed by the provocation of others." They may use manipulative tactics, blame-shifting, threats, or even guilt-tripping, but do not waver. Stay firm in the boundaries you've established. Remember, your persistence is the key to regaining control over your life. Gradually, the narcissist will realize they can no longer control you as they once did. Epictetus advised, "Do not let others drag you into their battles. Remain outside them and keep peace within your soul." They will face a bitter truth. You are no longer their dependent, but an independent individual with self-respect. The freedom you gain from setting boundaries is the most powerful testament to your inner strength. This change will unsettle them, making them anxious and insecure. They may even feel regret for underestimating you. But as Marcus Aurelius taught, it is not their actions that harm you, but your response to those actions. Ultimately, they will have to accept a new reality. You are no longer under their control. Remember, setting boundaries is not just a way to protect yourself from harm, but also a way to affirm your own worth. As Seneca said, "The strong are those who refuse to accept what does not belong in their lives. And when you achieve this, you will emerge stronger than ever, free to build the life you truly deserve. Step 5. Reclaim your independence. In the narcissist's kingdom, it's easy to become a vassal, stripped of your freedom. They turn everything into a story about themselves, causing you to forget your own dreams and aspirations. As Seneca once said, no one can live your life except you. But in the narcissist's grasp, you are like a bird trapped in a cage, losing the ability to soar high in the open sky, forgetting that your wings were once made for freedom. But wake up! Reclaim your wings of freedom. Epictetus taught, no one can take away your freedom unless you give it to them. Rediscovering your independence is the key to breaking free from the narcissist's rule. Don't let them continue to overshadow your light. Return to yourself. Focus on your career and build relationships with genuine friends who are willing to support and share your joys and sorrows. Your independence will terrify the narcissist. Marcus Aurelius said, keep your mind as a fortress. No one can breach it unless you open the gates. When you become independent, they will realize they are no longer the center of your universe. You are no longer their puppet, but a self-reliant person with your own will and decisions. This is true freedom. Freedom not just in action, but also in your mind. When this happens, they may regret having clipped your wings, causing you to fade and dim in your own life. But now, as you shine again, you become the most vivid testament to Seneca's teaching. Only by rising can you regain your power. Your light is the most powerful declaration of your liberation and victory. The narcissist may try to hold you back, manipulating you with their old tricks, but this time you are different. You've rediscovered your inner strength, and your independence is the talisman that protects you from all their attempts at control. As Epictetus taught, always remember that the only person you need to please is yourself. Your autonomy is now unbreakable. Eventually they will have to accept a bitter truth. They have lost the bright bird in the cage forever. And as you fly freely, the vast sky will not only be where you belong, but also a testament to your extraordinary strength, the strength of someone who has overcome adversity to take control of their life. Step 6. Hold them accountable for their actions. The narcissist, with their inflated ego and self-proclaimed superiority, acts as if they are above rules and responsibility. They believe they have the right to do whatever they want, regardless of the harm they cause others. Marcus Aurelius said, face the unjust with compassion, but never let yourself be controlled by them. This means you can see them for what they are, without tolerating their abuse or disrespect for others. You absolutely have the right to say no. As Epictetus emphasized, the wise person is one who does not allow others to dominate their freedom. Don't let them escape accountability for their cruel actions. Hold them to the real consequences of what they've done. This could mean ending the relationship or cutting off all contact. This not only liberates you, but also teaches them that every action has consequences. When forced to face the repercussions of their behavior, the narcissist will realize they are not untouchable. Epictetus taught, we cannot change the nature of others, but we can prevent them from disturbing our peace. In their response, whether manipulation, blame-shifting, or even threats, stay firm. Don't let their anger or the fear they try to instill shake your resolve. Your steadfastness will not only confuse them, but also show them that their manipulative games no longer work. As Seneca said, when you do not respond to provocation, you strip others of their power. They will see that you are no longer their puppet, and that they have lost a source of energy for their narcissistic ego. This is a bitter lesson they cannot deny. Holding them accountable is not just a way to protect yourself, it's an opportunity to practice self-mastery and inner strength, virtues Stoicism greatly values. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, be resolute in the face of adversity, and remember that the essence of humanity is freedom and self-control. In rare moments, they may even reclaim your peace and freedom. But even if they don't, you have already won. because you've reclaimed your peace and freedom. Step 7. Shine without them. Think about it. What bothers a narcissist more than seeing you happy and thriving without them? Manipulators and narcissists always want to be the center of your world, expecting you to remain trapped in their web of control. But when you stand up, step out of the shadows, and build a life of freedom and independence, you shatter all the barriers they ever placed on you. What hurts them most is not your blame or retaliation, but the simple fact that you no longer need them. When you shine brightly, you not only reclaim control of your life, but also make them feel small and insignificant, something their narcissistic ego cannot bear. Your life should never be defined by the presence or absence of anyone else. You are an independent, strong individual, brimming with potential to shine in your own unique way. Step out of the comfort zone you've grown used to, hold your head high, and confidently pursue your dreams. Don't wait for validation from others. You are already a radiant light on your own. Build relationships with people who bring positive energy and grow alongside you. Spend time with those who appreciate you, who see your true worth instead of trying to diminish it. Join new communities, learn new things, and explore untapped abilities you didn't realize you had. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best way to deal with bad people is to live a good life. Let your joy, success, and confidence be the most powerful response. As you expand your relationships, build your career, pursue your passions, and find true happiness, you not only rise above the harm they caused, but also send a clear message. They no longer hold any power over you." This is the sweetest revenge, not through resentment or hatred, but by proving that they no longer have a place in your life. They are just a chapter in your story, and a new chapter begins with you as the sole author. Write a narrative filled with light, success, and joy, for that is the most glorious way to win. The journey of confronting a narcissist is akin to a battle between the phoenix and the darkness. There are moments when we falter, feel wounded, and even think we might collapse. But remember, deep within each of us lies extraordinary strength, a perpetual flame capable of burning away all darkness, schemes, and manipulations. The key to victory is awareness, the courage to step out of the play they orchestrated, and steadfastness in holding true to your authentic values. When you stop chasing, stop serving, and stop catering to their unreasonable demands, that is the moment you reclaim the ultimate power over your life. A narcissist may regret losing you, but not because they recognize their mistakes. They regret losing an easy prey. They will continue their search for new victims to satiate their insatiable ego. But you, the brave warrior, have broken free from that toxic cycle, reaching toward a life of freedom and happiness. Be proud of yourself, for you have conquered not only the darkness, but also your inner struggles to find the light. Continue to shine brightly and live a life worth living, because you deserve nothing but the best.